Hey everyone, it's the Hey Poopy podcast. What that booty do from poop to pleasure to health. Hosted by me, Dave.
And me, Ellen, two curious people removing the stigma from your stinker. And why are we doing this? Because we love laughing and learning about butts and helping them to be the best they can be. And on this week's episode, we have my dear friend, Laura Vena.
Woo!
Oh, and who does makeup on a lot of my shoots, but she and I know potty humor very, very well. So I told her, you have to come on. She's also a child's book author and is coming out with her second book for Father's Day. And in both of her books, she has a bathroom scene in it because she understands being a parent, poop happens.
Oh yeah. Lauren was fantastic, really funny, forthcoming, and she did not hold back with the stories.
And she also loved to out me and my farting on set all the time.
Yes, you've been outed. Your fart outing. But yeah, she had wonderful stories, like a really awesome, kind of epic story at Costa Rica, which you have to listen to, and other little tidbits, like in this clip.
So, Chloe, I'm pushing, and all the stress of that, and these nurses are like, every 2 minutes, she's going, pick up your hips, pick up your hips. She must have said that 60 times. So Joe's like, yeah, she probably said 60, 70 times. Yeah, she definitely said it. I'm like, why are you stuttering? Like, what is happening? Like, I didn't understand that. Because I had to stop pushing, pick up my hips, and she was doing something. He goes, nah, you don't want to know. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, no, I want to know. Like, what did that mean? He goes, every time she told you to pick up your hips and you pushed, you were pooping.
Yeah.
Every time, he's like, they were little, it was like your turd, Ellen. It was like yours. Because of course I need to know, like, was I like shitting logs? I'm like, was this like diarrhea? Was this like massive explosion? She couldn't take a tissue and grab it. Like, no, pick up your hips, remove the thing, put something down. I'm like, 60 times? He goes, no, like maybe like 30. I'm like, 30 times I pooped?
You like leaving a little... Yes, so you don't want to miss any of this because Lauren was great.
Yes, she was. And do you want to know more about me and Dave? Well, head over to HeyPoopyPodcast.com where you can see our merch, Patreon, and everything else that's happening at the Hey Poopy headquarters.
Yes, all things but, like we like to say. So strap in and enjoy this episode.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?
Welcome back, everybody, on Dump a Day.
Hey, everybody, it's the Hey Poopy Podcast with
Dave.
and Ellen, and this is episode 168, but it'll always be number 2 to us, our favorite number. And we have a very close friend of mine and a fellow pooper on the podcast today, Laura Vena. Yay!
Yeah, what's up, Lauren?
Hi. Hi,
Did
everyone.
I say your last name right?
You did. It's Vena, yeah.
Yeah. I had this moment where my dyslexia was like, you just fucked that up.
It was so funny. Like, my good friend, Lauren, what's your last name again?
No. I was like,
Yeah.
I said it like I knew it. And then all of a sudden my brain was like, you're wrong.
Wait, I have to tell you that theme song, like Travis, my son, he would be singing that 24/7.
Yes.
Like, all I can think about is you need to somehow replay that back. And because, with kids and poop songs, they're not that great. That one is amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Jordan Perlson and Ellen
Yeah.
collab. That was good. It's good.
We like a catchy song.
Yeah. Catches
But
better.
Lauren, before we go into what you do, we'd like to know, how have you been pooping recently?
I've actually been really good. The norm. Very good.
That's good.
Excellent.
How many times have you gone today?
Once, my morning coffee, which I always go right when the bus comes for the children. The worst timing ever.
Yeah.
It's love you. Oh my God, we have 30 seconds.
Yeah, I
And
don't want to shit my pants in front of these kids.
Yeah, no, it's every morning. It doesn't. And I love when the bus is running late. That's always good times. Yeah.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah.
Wait, is there a bus? Is there a bus stop, or they come to your house and pick you up?
It's the bus stop is right in front of my house.
Oh, perfect.
And at 8:40, like 2 is when my poop is like, we're ready, we're here. There's no warning. It's not like it's about it, like, okay, good morning. I'm coming out in about like a minute. 8:42, gotta go.
Yeah.
And it's so sad, but my son knows because I'm like, I love you. Okay, your bus is coming. And I'm like, oh my God, Travis, your bus is late. It's late. I gotta go. He finds it great. He's like, you gotta poop. Is it coming? It's coming close. You're gonna poop? You're gonna poop? And I'm like, stop it. Yeah.
All right. Well, you have to come back on if you ever like don't make it something at the bus stop.
That has never happened yet. And I'm hoping that I don't have to share that story with you.
Yeah.
Growing up with 2 brothers, there's been a lot of poop and gas and everything. And I think there's been like a shit yourself kind of thing. But I'm hoping not to share that with you, Dave. I really hope that doesn't.
Well,
No, this is a place where shame thrives when you're alone. So bring your shame to us. We'll celebrate it and you won't be like shameful anymore.
Well, I do have that anxiety stomach. Like I'm the one that has Ellen and I, when we do shoots and stuff, like if I had to leave earlier and I miss that 8:42 time, my system is all messed up. It's like new to me. And now it's at 9, it didn't happen yet, and I won't go. It's like a very my day has to 8:42.
You're like, I have to shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Very regular, except when I'm on vacation.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's it.
I get like poop. What is it called?
There's like articles about that. Yeah, there's like That's a
so
thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah,
It's like a legit thing. My butt knows when I'm on vacation. It's like I'll be off.
And it closes off.
Yes.
Yeah, your ass is like your ass has got a mixed drink and like a lay on. You're like, I'm ready to do the business is closed for business.
And I could eat and drink everything. I've been with my husband for 19 years now. Like it's at the point we go on vacation. He's like, I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, if I don't go to the bathroom, he's like, you could do it. Like I need that theme song. Like, hey, Poopy, you could do it. Yeah. And I'm like, it's not even there. Like there's no poop. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Dave, how have you been pooping? It's been a while.
Good. I've been pooping great. I went to the bathroom like 3 times today already, which is kind of a lot. I mean, usually it's 3 times over the whole day, but 3 times like up until like an hour or 2 ago.
Whoa.
So it's been pretty eventful over here. I don't think I've really, I stopped really, the only thing different I can think of is I stopped, I really don't eat meat, red meat, and like only meat I eat is like fish. And I usually don't eat any of that stuff during the week. And on the weekends, I just I'll drink. That's when I just kind of let it all go.
Oh yeah.
So usually I'll just try to keep it pretty clean and light during the week. And then during the weekend, just unleash the beast, as they say. So
I poop 3 times a day, man. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I have that in my schedule to do.
Yeah, I definitely have a feeling I'm going to go again. I think it's going to be a 4-dayer.
Ooh,
Wow.
congratulations. And are they Bristol 5s?
No, there was a lot of 4s in there.
Wow.
Well, I mean, the more you go, for me anyway, the more you go, the less quality they. It wasn't all loose or anything, but they were I was like, this is insane.
Wow.
I was making sure I take all my supplements every day. I've been pretty good about it. Usually I'm just I'll take it for a week and I'll forget, and I'm like, fuck. So I've been really good about that, and I think that not eating meat and eating tons of veggies. I was doing that before, but now it's just pretty much exclusively that. So yeah, it's been good. Not drinking during the week's been helping, so that's making it nice and solid. And it's nothing. My shits are pretty fucking consistent. They're not I don't have any ups and downs.
And Dave pretty much works at home, so it's easy.
Nice.
Comfort of his,
Yeah. My bathroom was literally 2 steps, so it's 1, 2, 3 steps away. It's perfect.
Like your safe spot. You're fine. You're great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know I'm safe. But
I have to ask. And then do you poop for 50 minutes? Are you in there for a while for each poop?
No, I've gotten better with that. I used to, because we used to have a magazine rack in our apartment and in our bathroom, which looking back, I'm like, oh, it's so gross. But we had that. And I'm like, why am I sitting here reading this fucking mag? I can just get up and get out of the bathroom and read it in the kitchen, in the living room like a normal person. But so yeah, I stopped doing that. Occasionally I'll take the phone in there, and then the next day I'm like, oh shit, I got to get off of here. So yeah, I try to just basically go when I need to go and get do my business and get out of there.
And we've learned on this show you should not be sitting any period of time after you poop. Do not keep sitting because that'll give you hemorrhoids. So
yeah, so just get in and out. Do your business. Get in and out. Don't bring your phone in there. And it's been great. So that's usually my routine right now. We'll see how it goes next time. Yeah. But I haven't seen Ellen in a while, and she was away, so I'm sure.
Oh, I have such an epic layers. I'm sorry, this show. We haven't recorded in a while, and we were supposed to record before I went over to town. And I have one epic story that I cannot believe I've been holding on to this. Not a single soul knows this, but that's going to be at the end of my check-in. I have been away for 8 days in California, and surprisingly, I've shit really well the entire trip, except for the day after I went to my friend's wedding. And I think it was because I drank so much alcohol, it just dried up my insides. So, but I had this salad on the JetBlue flight that was like kale and quinoa. And I think that set me off in the right direction, where like the next day I made a powerhouse shit. And I was like, yes, kale and fucking quinoa. Let's like get this stuff moving. So I was shitting really, really well the first like 5 days of our trip. Then I was a little constipated thanks to my friend's wedding. But then I was like, we were staying with friends the last 2 days. And I told her, I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to have to pop a laxative because my pants hurt. I was so bloated with all the alcohol. And she was like, hey, if you need, I have 20 enemas. I buy them in bulk as I'm constantly want to be ready. Like, what if I have a long day out? I just want an enema, get it out of me and keep moving. And I was like, I'm kind of jealous that you have that many enemas. And she was like, you can have one. And I was like, I might, if the laxative doesn't work, which it worked, it was fine. But I was like, why don't I have so many enemas just sitting ready to go? And like, if I have a shoot that morning, I should just give myself an enema so that I don't have to worry about pooping. I was like, have I never thought of that step of like making my life easier? So today though, I did the kale salad again on the flight JetBlue. Today I have pooped 4 times. I literally pooped 20 minutes before we started recording. And they started off as nuggets earlier this morning, like a Bristol 1. Then I had a really great Bristol 4, but this last one was kind of like a 4.5, like loose seaweed coming off of it. But like, I feel 10 pounds lighter. Nice. So good. Today is good. Now let me rewind to a couple weeks ago. I cannot believe I haven't told a single soul this story.
This might need to be in its own episode.
It does.
Exactly. I'm so excited. I'm getting closer to the screen. Yeah.
Pull up your seat, people. So I have a 12-year-old cat who's a bitch. I love her more than anything. She loves Gerald more than anything. And she loves sitting on Gerald's lap. Just in the past 6 months, this cat maybe once every 3 weeks will sit on my lap. And if anybody out there is a cat owner, you know that if your cat comes to sit on your lap, you are not allowed to move or do anything. So I had my cat, my 12-year-old cat, sitting on my lap, being really cute and not being bitchy to me. But I had this moment a couple weeks ago where I was like, ooh, I feel a little farty. And I farted and it felt like something else came into my pants. But I wasn't quite sure because it was not liquidy. It felt strange. And so then I was like, yeah, but because I didn't want to move my 12-year-old cat from my lap, I was like, what do I do? So I pet her a little bit more and then she got annoyed and just left. And then I was like, let me go into the bathroom. I sat there maybe for a minute, not like a half an hour or something. Go to the bathroom and pull down my pants, sit on the toilet and realize, oh crap, I have to poop. Didn't even have the feeling, just fart feeling. And I look into my underwear to see, did I poop my pants? And there's nothing in my underwear, but I heard a thud on my squatty potty.
Oh my God.
I farted out a perfect round, the size of a quarter turd.
So you shit your pants?
Into my underwear. I shit my pants, but it wasn't diarrhea shit. It was like just this nugget was in my underwear and thudded onto the squatty potty, which then thudded onto the floor.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh.
On top of Old Smoky.
I was like, I have never shit a solid turd
Wow, this is like,
in my pants.
I mean,
I wonder how many people have like just a little.
Very rare on this show.
I feel like it's never a nugget or it's like a liquid.
It's always liquid.
Like, I feel like you should win. Like, I want to give you like something.
Wait.
Like, you have won this award of like farting out a nugget. You know, like I feel
It was
like
so solid that it didn't stain my underwear. But when it thudded on the squatty potty
made
and
a
on the
thud.
floor,
it made a
yeah,
sound.
yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
But I couldn't believe it. And I was like, I sat there and I was like, what the fuck just happened? And then I was like, well, gotta admit this on the fucking podcast. But I've literally been sitting on it for like 3 weeks. I've been sitting on this story for three fucking weeks.
And you sat in that lump of shit too.
I did.
That is
But
kind
what's
of
also
remarkable.
wrong with my butthole and my butt cheeks that I couldn't feel a round turd stuck in there?
Maybe because like the way you were sitting on the couch, it was like, you know, like all like, you know, this one. I mean, I feel like, I mean, as much as I have a cat too that does not, she's not super like affectionate like my other cat was. But when she does, you're like, oh my God, yeah, I can't move. But in that case, I think I might have been like, sorry, get the fuck off my lap.
Yeah.
But that is remarkable. There was a nugget in there, like a little nugget. That's,
Yeah.
oh.
That a fart
The
pushed
thud
out.
when it hit the floor.
Yeah, so it was like your body was just like, we got to get this out of here now. And like, oh, okay. We'll just
But it wasn't a proper shart because it wasn't liquidy. It was like a fart nugget.
That is a shit your pants. I'm sorry. That is, I'm taking
No, I
that as a-
shit. No. I 100% shit my pants. I'm not calling it like some people we have on the show. They're like, I've never shit my pants, but I've sharted, and I'm like, okay, that's still shit in your pants. Like,
Of course.
Yeah.
but this was. I agree. It's not a shart. It's a fart that pushed out a turd.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
it's just, yeah. I mean, good thing it was at least like solid and like a nugget. That's like way.
It didn't even stain my
Easier.
underwear.
That's-
The only reason it stained the squatty potty and the floor is because it like dropped. Wait.
Down.
Yeah. But even the fact that it was stuck, a nugget was stuck between my butt cheeks and didn't even flatten out.
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't know. My ass, that would have like totally mushed in somewhere.
Yes.
If that was me. I don't know how you did that. Maybe,
I don't know how I did
maybe,
it either.
Maybe you were sitting in the crack, like of the, where the two pillows meet, maybe possibly on the couch. No.
No.
No, I'm still stuck on that. You felt something, wasn't sure what it was, sat there, continued to pet until
Yeah.
decided I'd had enough. But
Yes, but any cat
Oh.
owner out there, especially when it comes to a senior cat, like there are memes of like skeletons with a cat on it. It's like when your cat comes and sits on you, you don't move because you're like everything. You do everything to make sure that your cat is comfortable.
so
Everything like pooping my pants.
Wow.
if it was an actual like diarrhea, like everything, I just want to know, would you continue to pet your cat?
No. If it was diarrhea, but I just thought I was squeezing out a fart, and I was like, what is that awkward feeling?
So you felt something.
Oh, God.
No, I felt something, but I didn't think it was a turd because it wasn't like when you shart, it's like liquidy. I would have been like, I was like, that felt like a fart bubble got stuck between my ass cheeks
Yeah, yeah.
and just stayed there.
Wow, that's remarkable. That has never happened to me. It's always like just liquid explosion.
In the 44 years of my life, that has never happened to me. Like,
How
I
have you not
don't.
told anybody that.
I don't know how I could never recreate that. I mean, the fact that I didn't even feel like I had to poop, I just felt a fart come on.
Yeah.
And I don't even think I squeezed out the fart. I was just like,
My thing I think is a little remarkable. If I farted and then I felt something, I'm like, I just in my head have been like, I would have been like, I shit my pants. Something came out because if you feel something, unless you blew your asshole out.
no, but I felt something that didn't feel like wetness.
Yeah, no, I
because
get
it wasn't wet.
But you know, like there was something going on there. It was like a crime
And it was
scene.
so hard. I can't believe you didn't feel it. Because again, like
No. It like felt like an air bubble. Like it didn't feel like a turd.
Right.
And even then, when I got into the bathroom and looked at my underwear, and I was like, nothing's there. Okay, I saved. But then the thud sound.
Yeah. Well, the thud is dead giveaway. Oh my God! If you didn't, so what if you didn't? It would have been better if you like just got up, wiped, and then like you put it back on, and then shit went back in your ass. You're like, what the fuck? Oh my God!
Or no,
you
it
didn't
just
even-
like left
yeah.
a turd on my bathroom
Yeah, like, you
floor
didn't even see it
for
there.
somebody else to find.
Exactly. Like that would have been even better. Like you're like, wait,
Or
what is
stepped
this?
in my own turd.
you would have been like, Gerald, you shit. You're like, he's like, I didn't do that. You're like,
I would have blamed it on the animals. I'd be like, obviously the cat came here and took a shit on the floor.
God.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
An epic check-in. You're welcome.
Yeah, it was a good one.
You're welcome.
And the first time you've shit your pants on the show.
Really?
I mean, recently, like not the first time.
Us recording?
Yeah.
I
Within
feel
now
like something
times.
has happened.
You started.
I feel like I've come close.
but like never like a full on like shit your pants.
But this wasn't a full-on shit. This was just a nugget.
I'm calling it.
No, it counts. But it like not from my epic story where it was just like full on my entire bowels just emptied out into my underwear.
I'm taking it.
I still think it's an epic
I'm putting
story.
it in the shit column. Yeah.
But like when it comes to if I were to choose my shit my pants stories, my original story I think is number one. This would be maybe number 2 or 3.
I'm just saying like within the time we've been doing this now.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Well, I mean, I came to admit it.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, I'm not hiding it, but I did. I held on to it for like 3 weeks.
That's more shocking.
And your butt cheek held on to it for those.
Yeah.
For longer than it should have.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Well, excellent.
That thing would have went with you all day long.
Well, I would have. I have to pee every 30 minutes. Like it's surprising.
You would have found it at some point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm exactly.
Yeah. But that's pretty good. Well, excellent. Great check in there. That was a good one. That was one for the books. And I guess moving along, we can find out a little bit more about Lauren.
Yeah. Lauren, tell us more about what you do besides your poo.
Oh, so I am a makeup artist for over 20 years. That's
an extremely talented one.
Nice.
Thank you, Ellen. Thank you. And I'm also a children's book author. So I wrote one book, My Mom, the Best Mom Ever, about a hot mess mom who can't do anything right, but it's all about unconditional love, which is pretty much me. And my daddy book, my dad, the best dad ever, is coming out right before Father's Day, which
nice.
I will say in both books has a bathroom page. And that's why, Dave, I had to ask you about how long you're in the bathroom, because in the mom book, when she's going to the bathroom, all the kids, the dogs, the husband, everybody's in there. And I've been with my husband now for 16 years. So it's not, I think, what's that movie, like 40 something, or I'm going to be, I don't know.
Dude, I've been with my wife we've been together for 20 years, but we've been married for 13. So yeah, she'll talk to me from the door open. I'm like, hey,
exactly.
So,
that's where we have to 100%. And I have 4 dogs now, and like my little dog's on my lap. 2 dogs. Yeah, that's a whole other story. I did step in shit today. If that's like a thing.
Dog poop, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Dog, not your little
inside or outside.
Not Ellen's shit. She left in the bathroom.
It was outside, but it was everywhere. It's like a big dog poop, like big, massive.
Barefoot? Were you barefoot?
No, I was in a sandal, so it did get a little on the side of the foot.
Oh,
oof.
So bad.
Shit.
And that smell, I don't know. I think between like kid poop, dog poop, adult poop, like I definitely think not your own adult poop is worse, but dog poop is so much worse. Like it's so bad. That's like second on worst smell of poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But going back to the other thing, when you're a mom, like there's no privacy. So I get like a 2 to 5 minute poop. Like if I can,
right.
Even when I'm alone, because they're yelling or this or that. And my husband gets like a 30, 20 minute, he gets like.
He's hiding. That's what he's doing. He's hiding. He's not going to the, he's done like 5 minutes in. He's like, I'm just chilling.
Is, right? Like, yeah, I don't understand it. But apparently, because I've asked my friends, I'm like, does everybody, I've asked my dad, my brothers, like everybody's in there for like hours. I'm like, what is this? So in my dad book, his page, because it's about like superheroes and that kind of stuff, he's on a superhero mission.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Superhero
he
shit,
needs time. You got to assess the situation.
Exactly.
And then, do his thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd imagine if you got that many animals, kids, I'm like, I'm just going to chill out here for a little bit. It's like my solitude.
I would love to sit there for 30 minutes with like nobody bothering me. Yeah. I mean, I remember my son was like little and like poop like just became the most magical thing in the world. To this day, bought me this amazing poop soap, and like all the friends come over. We have the coolest bathroom because we have like poop on our sink because it's the soap you bought us. And I'm like, nobody.
The Matte Knife soap. I gifted
nice.
Lauren
Poop
one
soap.
of the Matte Knife
Awesome.
poop soaps. Yeah.
Yeah, but like everything was the poop songs and making Alexa poop and fart and just it was, I remember I would go to the bathroom and he's like, I just want to see your poop before we flush. I'm like, no.
Oh.
like all poops are
You're like,
different.
no, I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. I'm your mom.
No, but you can even see your friends poop.
Boys are like, what they talk about, the age are with like poop and everything. It's ours.
How old is he now?
Now he's 10. He's going to be 11.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. It's still like when you fart around, like anybody farts, it's the greatest thing ever. Like, yeah.
That is pretty
You would
good.
love the fact that I farted a turd.
I mean, Ellen, he would love that story. He would love that story.
He's like, tell me more.
Oh my God.
Nice. So wait, so how did you get into, I mean, how did you go from being a stylist, to like being an
makeup
author?
artist to writing a children's book? Totally by accident. It was because I am a hot mess and I can't cook and, I yell at my kids sometimes and it's crazy life of momhood. And I think it was just one of those mornings. And actually, this is in the book. So it was a really, really bad morning. I overslept. I pressed the snooze it was like 6 times the snoozing and snoozing. So already starting the morning off bad. When you have young kids, they do really stupid things at school, like Spirit Week Day, where instead of Halloween one day, they make them dress up all throughout the year. So for parents, that's a lot. Like I need to just get them dressed and going, but they just will say, wear a red shirt this day, wear a striped shirt, wear your pajamas. So, yeah, it must have been like wear a red shirt that day. I forgot to switch the wash and the dryer. So I was like, well, here's orange, closest to red. I didn't pack his favorite cup. It was something else for my daughter. And the whole morning it was like, you're going to miss the bus, blah, blah, blah. And by the way, I either look like I'm going to the Academy Awards or I look like crazy. So I had my husband's shirt on, who's a big guy. And it was like a painting shirt. So it had holes and stains on it. His big pajama pants. Just want to give you the image, like no bra. We're walking to the bus stop, which the dogs, at this point, I only had 2. The dogs have to be at the bus stop and they're like fighting each other. My hair was like curly, but like 7 days. So like all over the place. Mascara I didn't take off the night before. It dripped down. No bra at the bus stop. And I couldn't find matching pair of shoes. So one was higher and lower. I'm like walking like this and just screaming at them like a bad day. Like, like you have to do this and blah, blah, blah when you get home. And so the bus is coming up and I'm like, all right, I love you guys. Have the best day. And my daughter's like, love you too, Mom. My son comes back, gives me a hug, and he's like, you're the best mommy. I love you. And I mean, I'm waving goodbye, by the way, like holes in shirt, probably flashed the whole bus. And I was scared then because I looked like crazy. I had one other lady at the bus, our neighbor, and she's like, tough morning. And I'm like, you think, I get back in the house and I'm like, all right, I just had like the worst morning with my kids. And if he could run back and even she could say like, love you, Mom, you're the best. And and like, they're just really meant it. I have to start.
It's genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started just jotting down things and I wrote them weeks later, this story. I'm like, I want to read you the story. And I made it really funny and cute. And my daughter's like, you have to make this a real book. Like all my friends would love it. And they're like, all their moms are like that. It's really funny, Mommy. And I'm like, oh, okay, not thinking anything of it. And my son goes, but you are the best mommy. So then I'm like thinking about it. And I go to my husband who always shoots me straight on like any ideas I have, like stick with makeup lore, like it's okay. And he was like, all your friends are hot messes. Like every single mom we know, all your best friends, like nobody's like, you all are crazy. He's like, but that's moms. Like, any of these type A ones it's just not how it is. So I went from there, wrote it, found an illustrator, and it took off. It definitely took off more than I thought it would. I'm still every day like, I can't believe I'm here with this and doing stuff with it. And then I think when you write a book, you're always thinking of the next one. And I'm like, well, I got to do something for the dads. And then I want to do like a series. And obviously I have to do one for the doggy. So.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's amazing.
I think you need to do one that's the best poop ever.
That would be like amazing. I'm not even, there are poop books and there's like butt books, like tushy books and that, but yes.
No, but you could do a whole journey where like the kid is constipated and then you have to like take stuff and then it's too liquidy and like how do we get that perfect poop, the best poop ever?
But that would be the book. Like you said, you shouldn't take books in the bathroom like that. My kids always took a book in the bathroom with them because otherwise like there was all these pooping things and I'm like, take a book, not an iPad, read the book. You know, we always had magazines when we were younger.
Yeah.
That'd be a great poop. That's like that would be a great pooping book.
There's a Japanese book that's like
a good book to help teach kids how to poop.
Mm-hmm.
There's a book from Japan my friend told me about 1,000,000 years ago. I can't remember it right now. It's like I think it's called The Poop Detective. It's a whole series, but it's all in Japanese. So like she had it. She's like half Japanese, and I was just like, oh my god, I wish I knew like what the hell they were saying. And it's like this really funny, cute book that's just like it's like a whole series in Japan.
Oh,
so,
that's awesome.
I mean, there's a market for it.
Yeah. I said, I'm like, when I do the dog one, I'm like, because the mom and dad has like this poop moment, you know, in the bathroom. I'm like, I can't wait for that dog book with, I want like, I mean, all the different dogs and all the poops. And there has to be a moment of the dog poop. I mean, picking up the poop, stepping on the poop.
Yep.
It's all of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Poop is life. It's part of life.
Oh my gosh. I mean, talking about a mom, when I delivered my daughter, I'll tell you the story real quick.
Yes. No. We want to hear it.
We want to hear stories.
This is something I wish people would have told me when I was going to have my kid. And when like my husband was like, I want to be all part of it. Like, I'm not going to stand back. I'm a man. I want to see this baby come out of you. But then like, they don't tell you this stuff. So they tell you that it feels like you have to take a massive shit. That is definitely true. It just feels like nothing from the front, all in the back. So I kind of was like, did I do health right? Is this where the baby's coming from? Because I just think like I have to do. So Chloe, I'm pushing and I'm pushing. And, you know, all the stress of that. And these nurses are like, pick up your hips, pick up your hips. So I'm picking up my hips. They're putting something down. I'm trying to push. They go, pick up your hips. So this is like Chloe's maybe a month later. And we're like kind of going back on everything. And I say to Joe, you know, the nurses were really good, like with the delivery and stuff. I go, but what really bothered me is that I'm in the middle of pushing. I mean, I'm holding your arm, I'm holding the other one, like the legs and everything. And I'm pushing, and every 2 minutes she's going, pick up your hips, pick up your hips. She must have said that 60 times. So Joe's like, yeah, she probably said 60, 70 times. Yeah, she definitely said it. I'm like, why are you stuttering? Like, what is happening? He's like, no, she said a lot. She definitely said a lot. I go, well, what was that about? Like, do I need to mention that to like someone? Because that's really uncomfortable. And like, I didn't understand that because I had to stop pushing, pick up my hips, and she was doing something. He goes, nah, you don't want to know. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, no, I want to know. Like, what did that mean? It's like, really? It's not a big deal. So I'm like, tell me. He goes, every time she told you to pick up your hips and you pushed, you were pooping.
Yeah.
Every time he's like, it was like your turd, Ellen. It was like yours. Because of course I need to know, like, was I like shitting logs? Like, you know, Chloe came very early and like, you know, it was in the middle of the night, but they say not to eat and that kind of stuff. But I'm like, was this like diarrhea? Was this like massive explosion? Like, well, he goes, no, it was like little turds. Like you pushed and it was like poop. I'm like, so she couldn't take a tissue and grab it? Like, no, pick up your hips, remove the thing, put something down. I'm like 60 times. He goes, no, like maybe like 30. I'm like, 30 times I pooped.
You like leaving little popcorn trails, like turd trails,
like a rabbit.
Jesus.
I was like a guinea pig giving birth to my daughter. I have 2 guinea pigs too, by the way.
Well, you have
and they make those little nuggets.
Disgusting. Yeah, they're doing that melon would be better.
Yeah, my sister-in-law's got a guinea pig. It's like, yeah, they poop like really funny. But that's, when you kept saying that, I'm like, I wonder if she's just shitting a lot. I was like, yeah, that's happening. Oh.
That doesn't count shitting my pants because my pants were off. But man, I shit on a lot of people.
But I've heard that though. Like
so many people down there. Yeah. And I feel bad. I just realized like Joe has always been around on these like crazy like pooping things because I had surgery and I was on too much pain meds, and that's the worst when you can't poop.
Yes.
So and I couldn't move my arms. So he had to pop that enema up my butt. And I'm like, always like,
Oh man.
never for
But that's real love.
Yeah, that's true love right
that is
there.
real love.
Yeah.
Yeah. We say this all the time. Love is not romance. Love is helping your partner clean up their mess when they shit their
Yeah.
pants or put an enema up their ass.
And I'm up there.
Yeah.
And that thing was it was like a crystal triangle. I
Whoa.
remember I was like, I'm like, are we sure that goes in my, like, I feel like,
You're like, whoa.
like a magical unicorn. Like, what is shit like a magical unicorn? It was sparkly and pointy, and maybe I was high from the painkillers.
It sounds like a
but-
sex toy.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that? I don't
You're
know.
like, it was magic. It was sparkly and I'm like, what?
I mean, again, I was on a lot of painkillers, but I remember taking it out, and it was so long and like clear, and he was like, "Yeah, bend over, babe."
Oh my
The way I
god.
wanted it to go, but
Yeah, that is true love though. You're not doing that on the first date unless it's like, some consensual like hey, I'm into some weird shit. The first date.
exactly.
You're like, you're here, right?
Exactly.
Suppository.
So back on that, women that are having babies, you're probably going to shit yourself.
Yeah.
Shit, not yourself. Poop on the table. And they're
Yeah.
going to tell you to lift your hips up, which is the worst.
Well, the rectum and the vagina are like neighbors.
Yeah.
And if you're pushing,
Something's gonna
They
come
were
out.
not neighbors that day. They were like twins that were separated at birth.
Oh my god.
I was like, where is it coming from? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember the comedian who said it, but there was a comedian that said, "Why did God build a playground next to a dumpster?" Meaning the vagina next to the butthole.
I mean, yeah, they're literally. I mean, they're super close neighbors. It's like,
But some people think
long.
that dumpster is also a playground, so no judgment.
No judgment. No judgment. That's why, though, there's so many moms that have babies in like bathrooms because they go to take a poop. They think, oh my God, I have to poop. And they don't realize how far along they are, and they poop their baby out.
wasn't that a show? That was like that was on a show, but wasn't there's a show called like I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant or something?
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That same thing, like
absolutely.
the toilet baby. You're like, holy shit,
It's literally, yeah.
that is crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Well, like period cramps is part of the hormone called prostaglandin, and prostaglandin is the same hormone that sheds your colon's lining, so that's why you get the period shits, and that's why like period cramps and like diarrhea cramps feel the same. I mean, they're all intertwined.
I was just going to say,
That
it's
damn
like
period.
when it's time of the month, your belly hurts. It's weird that that's all,
It's all because of that hormone prostaglandins, so it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
that damn period. Jesus Christ, I couldn't imagine.
I know, and talking about that comedian's joke of a playground by a dumpster, but the playground is raining blood for a week out of the month. It's like
The great,
such a fucking mess.
the late great Patricia they used to always say is like, could you imagine bleeding for that many days? Imagine your nose bleeding every day for like 5 to 7 days. It's like you'd kill yourself. It's like now the women have to do. Yeah.
They never. I'm sorry. I'm not to say
I wouldn't be
that.
able to handle it. I mean, if all of a sudden, like right now, like my ass would bleed or my nose would bleed, I'm like, what?
With like diarrhea feeling cramps on top of it. Like if it was just
can't even
bleeding,
imagine.
Yeah.
like if it was just pissing out like pee, it'd be one thing. But the fact that you have all this bloat and pain on top of
Yeah.
it,
Sounds like a
and
nightmare.
we have to do it every month. It's
Yeah.
like ridiculous.
Jesus.
And then obviously tampon doesn't work for you guys, but just learning the certain things that you'd have, like men can't do the clean, like they just know it wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm knock on wood. I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. I'm so sorry you have to go through that. I see my wife going through that. I'm always like, oof, that's so sorry about that. That sucks. So,
My hubby definitely is good because like he'll get the heating pad. He knows. I'm like,
oh yeah, I mean, after a while, you know what to do. Like, I'm like, what do you need? Like, you need this. Well,
Yeah.
bye, go get this. I got the whole system down now.
that's a good hubby. You're
But there
good.
should be the first, not my wife, current wife, but like I lived with an ex-girlfriend a while ago, and she would get like, all emotional. I just didn't, I never lived with a partner before.
Yeah.
She'd start crying over like watching television. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, I just could not granted, I was like 23. So it's like, you're like,
Oh, that's
what the fuck? I'm like, why are you crying? Like, she's like, You don't understand?
Hormones.
I'm like, yeah, I don't understand. Like, I just did not like. There should be a class, like, or something. Like, look.
There really should be. Did she cry and then want to kill you? And
oh yeah. I'm sure we got into an argument. I'm like, I go, like, what's with the waterworks? Like,
oh yeah.
you know. So now I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah. Hormones.
Yeah.
Estrogen is a bitch.
Yeah, man. Jesus. It's like,
Lauren, do you have any other fun stories about poop for us? Or we can go into our regular questions, whatever you would like.
I do want to, since we're talking about an almost shit yourself story, I want to share, because I feel like this has to be told. It doesn't have to, it wasn't me or Joe, but it was the person that was there. So I could tell this story. I think I told you this, Ellen, when we went to Costa Rica recently. Okay. So we went to Costa Rica and we wanted the tour of the sloths and all the stuff. And we got this amazing girl who was a tour guide. And Joe and I don't speak Spanish and we keep yelling at each other. We need to learn it. And the girl she was so great with her English. She said, I'm a little bad on certain things. I'm like, it's fine. And she has this driver who's her friend and we're going like on an hour drive. And she holds herself and she goes, ooh, like that. And I'm like, you okay? Like Joe and I are like, are you all right? We're in the back seat on this drive. And I'm thinking she has like a stomach ache, stomach cramps, whatever, period cramps. And she's like, no, I don't know how to describe it. And she's like, you know, the doll, when you put a needle, like a doll, I'm like, oh, like voodoo, like that. She goes, yeah, it's like a hex. Like somebody's doing a voodoo on me. That's what she was saying. I'm like, oh, I hope you just got cramps. Like, and that's not the case. And she's like, no, it's okay. And we drive along and every once in a while, and she's like really holding her gut and going, ooh. And I look at Joe and I'm like, this girl got to take a shit. Like,
it's a doo-doo doll.
Like she's doing the rock, you know, when you're rocking, but you're also in your stomach.
Yeah.
To me, we don't speak same language. She could have went to the guy, I'm going to shit my pants, who's her friend, roll over, I'll be back. None of that, right? We're driving, we go to the waterfall. And she's kind of just like, do your thing. We get back in. It's another hour away. And now we're going to the crocodiles. So you take this river boat and they have like very strict rules. They're like, don't lean forward. Don't do this. You can't feed them. They're like, people have like lost things and the crocodile will come up and bite you. And I'm like, I don't want any part of this. I just want to see like the cute little monkeys in the tree and the birds and like, don't get me near the crocodiles, right? She's on the boat, this like river boat, which looks like the old like Jaws movie where if we fall over, we're all going to get eaten by crocodiles.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like barely getting by. So she's doing this thing again. And let me just remind you that I have not, this is like day 5. I have not shit at all yet. Because my family members on vacation. It's on strike. So Joe always packs like everything. So he packed like Imodium because he's like, what's going to happen is that you're going to eat something and you're going to be done. And then you're
the floodgates.
So he was like, I'm going to bring Imodium just in case that happens, you know, like back it up because God forbid. So all of a sudden she says something to the boat driver, right? So it's Joe and I, private thing, because nobody was on this. There was nobody else in this freaking lake. And the driver came with us and the guy that's riding the boat. So she says something to him. He leans down, gives her like this is toilet paper. So like a 1, 2, 3 wrap. Okay. So I'm thinking like, if you poop and it's like, okay, nothing's really there, you're good. Maybe you could fold again and be fine again. So that's how much toilet paper. Okay. She says something again. He goes like this and looking. So I'm thinking like wherever the toilet paper was, like there wasn't a lot left or whatever. So I'm like, where is she going to shit herself? Like, what is happening? So
He's like, no mas.
And there's no, like when you park, it's like a parking lot into like the water thing. There's no building. She said at her last stop, if you have to go to the restroom, go there. But she never went to the restroom. Like she thinks it's a voodoo thing. Okay. So on the boat, you see the crocodiles come up. And she's talking to the guy and she goes, I'll be right back. I have to go pee. And I'm like, where are you peeing? Where are you going? Where are you peeing? Where are you going to go? Like, where?
Yeah, because the boat doesn't even have a toilet.
Off the edge, I'm guessing.
It's a flat. It's like you go in, it could fit like 6 people. It has a little hood for the sun. It's not like a boat. It has like a gear thing, but there's no like bathroom. Like it's not, again, if the thing flips over,
it's like a snorkeling boat.
Bigger. What?
It's probably like a snorkeling boat, like a little, like just small little whatever.
On a river, like it's not. Yeah. So I'm like, so we pulled to the side. By the way, they were talking about snakes. So, because I do not like snakes. So they talk about not bringing the boat. Like they could get close to see certain bats and stuff, but they don't get too close because the snakes climb up on the tree and could fall down on the boat. And they
No.
one bite, you're dead.
No,
Fuck no.
no.
I am like, I like to be center water, not near the cross. Like,
Yeah.
why did we pick this?
Also, yeah, why did you guys pick this? This sounds dangerous as fuck.
Like animal, anything with, I just wanted to see a freaking like cute thing in the tree. That's what I wanted to say.
You're like, can we just see the herbivores, no carnivores, no poisonous?
We saw the sloths first. Like that's what they do. They take you to the cute little, and then they're like, now you're going to die.
Yeah. Jesus.
So they pull off. She goes, I'll be right back. And I'm like, where are you going? She goes, no, I'm going to go pee. And I'm like, okay. So she climbs off the boat, does a jump like on a root on a tree that's like hanging off, and goes to the bathroom. And you see her running. So I say, now the driver speaks no English. The driver of the boat speaks a little bit English. I'm like, is there a bathroom? He goes, tree, log. Good. And I'm like, so she's going to go like just shit in the woods and she's going to get bit by a snake. And how are we getting back? And this is like crazy. And blah, blah, blah. So he's like, he goes, oh, look at the raccoon. By the way, the raccoons are not like our raccoons. It reminded me of Buddy Elf, like, oh, raccoon. And the thing's like, but they look like little dogs. Like it was really cute. So he takes us over. We're looking at the raccoon, the monkeys. And I'm like this because I don't want to see like the crocodiles. He goes back around maybe 5 minutes later. And he like whistles and there she comes and literally almost falls into the crocodile water thing. And she goes, oh my God, whatever. And she takes water, like drinking water, washes her hand and goes like that. Joe goes, does your stomach hurt? Like, are you okay? And she goes, bad, not enough toilet paper, like bad.
Oh.
Like, is this shit on your hands? Like, is it? And I have Imodium. So have you guys taken Imodium before?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I take one and I can't go for like 3 days.
Yeah, same here.
It backs you up.
She popped 5 of them.
Whoa.
We were there in March. I don't know if she shit since then. I have no idea. But it was the craziest story ever. Like, I didn't know. It was just crazy. Yeah.
She probably meant doo-doo doll, not voodoo doll. She's like, those doo-doo dolls? Like, someone's pushing on my butt. Yeah, she is. Yeah. That's insane.
Insane.
Ugh.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
I'd be terrified.
Yeah,
like I'd rather shit my pants than shit around snakes and alligators. Yeah.
I'll take this.
And I said that to Joe. I'm like, I would shit on this boat than ever hop off that thing and either get eaten by an alligator or die in a snake thing. And I'd be like, hey guys, it happened. Like, what am I going to do?
Oh,
yeah.
Scary.
No, I know.
That is unbelievable, man.
That is crazy.
Oh my God, I can't. I can't. And I will say one more thing. When my kids were babies, like they just shit on me like babies do, but it was like with formula and different things and you couldn't find the right thing. And like when you hold a baby, their diarrhea is not like when we have diarrhea when it's like, oh no, it is up the back. It actually gets the hairline.
Yeah, I've seen
oh yeah. My kids like yeah, that was the first time my husband knew what like a diarrhea bikini was. Because especially when they have like the meat in the chunks and the thighs and you have to like
oh my God. That's disgusting. And an awesome punk song name. Bikini Diarrhea or Diarrhea Bikini.
Say that right now.
That's a good song name. Song title.
Oh, so many. I used to change my son's diaper and he would like squirt it at the wall. Like yes, it's always mustard color and
oh my God.
Like, violent.
Did you ever get it in the mouth?
Not in the mouth, but I had it up the nose. I had it in the eye once. I thought I'd get pink eye. I was petrified.
Oh my goodness.
My God, no.
Because they squirted or because it was just everywhere?
It was everywhere. Everywhere. And sometimes, when they get that like diet, like it's everywhere, you're kind of like, oh my God, but you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's wiping yourself down.
You don't even realize it's everywhere.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, that was, don't miss those times. Don't.
Yeah. Woof. Okay. Well, that gets this.
No. I
can't.
Oh my God, that's so gross. Sorry.
I mean, God bless all my friends for having kids, but every time I hear a story like that, I'm like, yeah, don't need to go there.
No. I could do poop better than puke, though. Joe does the puke. I do the poop. Now they're old enough, so I don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Babies, man, like, and it's, you can only deal with your own baby's poop. Like, you can never, ever, ever handle another baby's poop. Like, it's no.
Yeah. That's kind of part of the deal, right? It's my kid, I guess. I gotta clean this
I
shit
feel
up.
like Dave has told a story, but like, or we've had other people on that are like, they go over to their friend's house of their newborn and they're like, do you want to change the diaper? And it's like, no.
That's what
Why would I? No, I'll hold your kid. The bonding stops right there. I don't need to change the diaper.
Like, I don't want to do any responsibility with your child. Except I'll smell like the head when they're newborn because I like that and I like to hold it. If it cries, shits, or it's hungry, bye. I'll see you later. Like,
exactly.
Like, that was my wife was like, oh, her nephew was like, oh, do you want to like change his diapers? I'm like, why would I want to do? I go, if I had a kid, I wouldn't want to do that. But like, let alone someone else's kid, I'm like, no, I'm good.
Nobody wants to do that.
I don't give a shit this kid smells. Like, it doesn't matter to me.
No. Like,
so,
never a thing like, oh my God, I want to clean shit out of a baby's ass. So like, thank you.
Woo.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bucket list.
More like a fuck it list.
Yeah, fuck it list. Exactly.
That's that.
Fuck that list. Oh my God.
So Lauren, let me ask you some of our regular questions. What kind of toilet paper do you use, and do you put it on the roll over or under?
Oh God. So I use Costco, their brand, because it comes in bulk, and so I think it's the Kirkland Costco.
Yep.
It's really soft. I love it. This is a constant argument. I don't care if it's over or under. Does that make me a bad person?
No, not at all.
As long as someone changes
as long as it's there, right?
As long as it's there. Because when I go in there and there's an empty roll, I will lose.
Same here.
Yeah.
So I really,
that's inexcusable unless you forgot somehow to get more toilet paper. There's no excuse for that.
And we have underneath, like, it's where you could put like 6 rolls. So Costco, you get like a whole thing. And then when it gets to like a 1 or 2, get a whole new case. And we have constant backup toilet paper. So the fact to that person is that didn't get the backup toilet paper when even that roll is empty. So you could just go like that. And then when there's no toilet paper under there, and then of course I'm yelling with the door open as I'm pooping, like, can somebody hand me toilet paper because you forgot? Drives me crazy.
Yeah. I have the extra rolls in arm's distance from, you could be sitting on the toilet and you can still grab a new roll just in case. So if you don't change the roll, Gerald, I want to fucking kill him.
Joe?
Yeah. I'm like, really? It's right there. Right there. Yeah. Yeah. Does Joe have a preference of what side it is, over or under?
Not at all.
So nobody cares. Nobody's OCD about
Joe's in the bathroom just having he just fuck. As long as I'm in the bathroom doing his thing, hanging out, getting away from people, he probably doesn't care less.
Exactly. Absolutely. Joe's like living his best life.
Yeah.
And Lauren, after you're done pooping, do you sit or stand to wipe your butthole?
Kind of do a squat move. So standing squat position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get in there.
Yeah.
I just recently saw on TikTok, Luke Cook, who's an actor, he posted a thing, and way more people than we could have imagined were more standards. And then I put the video on our Insta story, and it was like, Dave, wasn't it like 35% of people said that they were standards?
Yeah. Standards. I mean, that's like
you were shocked.
I mean,
so like when you stand, it has to be a full blown, and obviously when you squat, you push your back down. So it's kind of like I have to actually figure out.
The door is closed. It's like just slams shut. You're like
you're not like sitting, because if I sat, I feel like my hand would go in the toilet. So I'm almost like I'm almost in a sit standing, like my back legs.
But your butt cheeks are still spread so you can get in there.
Right. So that's what I mean. I'm standing because my butt cheek, but I'm bent over in like a squat, but my back of my legs are still like kind of sitting. So I feel like it's a standing squat. I don't know.
Also, wiping your ass standing is gotta be weird too. I feel like your whole hands like just up your ass, like like you know what I mean? Because like you're just kind of like it's just so awkward. Like I don't, whatever.
Get in there if you're standing. Like if you're standing,
unless you're completely bent over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not. Yeah. call me old fashioned, but I like to sit on the toilet and wipe my ass.
You have to be somehow bent, but like you have to be. You can't be like fully standing.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Lauren, what is your first memory of farts or poops as a child?
Memory goes to having two brothers in the car farting, locks, like windows locks, and
Yeah, you got trapped.
So you
in
were
there.
hotboxing yourselves.
No, I didn't do it. That's how they punished me. Like my brothers farted constantly. So it was always like farting in my face. Like the car was always the major thing. They like would fart and they turn, it was the heat. It was something with the heat and locking the windows where it was so bad.
How, are they older, younger?
Two older brothers.
Boy.
Oh yeah, you got.
So they just tortured you.
And they're still, my brother is in his mid 40s and still can like every like holiday when we're dressed up is like a pull my finger kind of guy. Like he's like, he's like,
Nice.
You guys, I just want to say how nice it is to be with all of you. And then we'll bend over and like rip the loudest fart like that.
2 nights ago when we were at our friend's house, we were eating dinner and Gerald and my friend started talking about how they never learned how to play an instrument. And I turned and I said, hey, you guys, I learned how to play the butt trumpet. And I leaned over and farted, but it wasn't a loud fart, but it was enough where you could hear a and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say instead of a butt trumpet, I just do wind instruments. And both my friend and Gerald were like, oh my God, Ellen, no.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Ellen, do you ever tell how when you're on shoots that like constantly, like when we're together, like you're like, oh, I gotta.
Oh yeah, I talk about that on the show all the time. I'm like, I've clogged toilets, I've fart all the time.
So that's the one thing when I was like, Ellen needs to be my friend. The fact that it's like we talk about if I have to leave before I have to poop, and the fact that she's like, I'm gonna fart right now, and all shoots are around like something with that. Yeah, I love it.
It's like almost clockwork. The minute I'm on a shoot, I'm done eating lunch within 30 minutes. I'm like, sorry, everybody, I have to fart. Like it's never in the beginning of the shoot, but like
it can't be nerves because we've already started. You know?
Yeah. Well, sometimes if I haven't shit that morning, then sometimes it's anxiety. But a lot of the times it's like 30 minutes after lunch. Here it comes.
Oh my God.
Knock on wood, I've never farted during a shoot. Thankfully.
Lauren's been on Lauren, you've probably been on at least 20 of our shoots together.
Yeah.
I don't think that there was one time I didn't fart.
No. Not at all.
Wow.
I think I might have pooped at one, but I don't think I've ever farted. And it was one, and I think it was the one where I shouldn't have pooped at because they were like, I was like,
It's like, who blew up the bathroom?
It wasn't like a bad one, but I was like, okay, I have to poop, but the people were like we have stories of whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, remember? No, that's the time when I pooped and I got scared. I thought I set the fire alarm off because I did the match, but it was
Are you serious?
that was your matches.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes. Oh my God. And so what happened was I did the match. It was a hotel, right?
Yes.
So I lit the match and all of a sudden I saw like flashlights and I'm like, is the fire alarm going off? And is my poop going to be why the whole hotel has to leave? Oh my God. So I run out and I'm like, I need the match. She's like, it's the flash from the pictures. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I just pooped and used the match.
Oh, that's so good.
Yes. I knew that.
Lauren, I think you kind of talked about your personal cure for diarrhea being maybe Imodium, but do you have any other cures for diarrhea or constipation?
No, I call you for that.
Ellen, like, what do I do?
I'm officially everybody's cure.
After vacation, I was like, I have not pooped in 2 weeks. What do I do?
Jesus Christ.
Oof.
I was in pain.
My mother, a couple months ago, she didn't poop for 5 days and she was freaking out. And then she told me it was right around Easter. So she ate a whole bag of licorice jelly beans in one sitting, like 4 pounds of licorice jelly beans. And I was like, oh, of course you can't shit. That's not food. You can't eat that. So finally she was like, I don't know what to do. And you're the poop person who's in charge of poop. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, just get a fucking suppository and enema, get some laxatives. And then I don't know. I think I told the story on the podcast, Dave, but she ended up having adult diapers because she was like, if I do an enema, I'm not going to be, what if I shit my pants? And I was like, you won't shit your pants. You'll have a warning. So she did the enema, pooped a little, and then put the adult diaper on, and she passed out asleep. And when she woke up, the minute she stood up, she shit her pants. And she was like, thank God I was wearing that adult diaper. Which I bought her the diapers like 15 years ago. And thank God she's a hoarder and like kept them.
Jesus. That's intense.
Yeah, no, I had poops like you pooped in your pants, and for like 2 weeks. So like I'd feel like I had to poop. I'd have my morning 8:42, and little tiny little turds would come out, and I would like literally have anxiety.
It's the worst feeling.
That's the worst.
Yeah. You're like, really, body? I know you want to make more.
And you talk to your body. I'm like, what's that song from, oh my God, that movie with Come out, Mr. Poopy.
No, I don't know this. What is
I've never heard of that.
Swimming pool. I know that you are hiding. Oh my God, you guys have to know the song.
I don't know this.
Parental guidance. Send you the clip.
Yes.
It's the greatest song ever. He's trying to get the kids to go poop. And he sings that.
Come out, Mr. Duty, and swim in the swimming pool. I know it's dark where you're hiding, but out here it's really cool. Come on, Mr. Duty, 'cause we've got something to do. And if you hurry, you'll meet Carl the kangaroo. Yes.
Another song that's in our household.
That's funny.
Oh, it's the greatest song. We sing that a lot.
Nice.
And then, Lauren, what products do you use to help you with pooping? Like you just talked about lighting a match, but do you have a stool, a bidet, wipes, sprays, anything else that we've never even talked about on this show?
So when I travel, like if I have to go and it's a random, because I really am a one-timer unless it's like maybe I ate a lot of salad or greens and stuff. So I always usually have matches. That's why that day I did not, and I borrowed yours. Or I have a little perfume or fragrance. But that's for like the after thing. But other than that, I'm a little crazy about being clean down there. So in my house, I have like wipes. I have the regular toilet paper. Like I have to know I have a clean butt after.
Yes.
Yeah.
Little OCD about that.
We got to get you a bidet.
I've never, ever tried that.
You will be a born again
You'll like it.
clean butter.
Will I?
You'll save
Yes.
Yeah, you use way less TP too, but it's great.
I know.
It's the best.
That's why we go to Costco. I'm like, I think I do have like an OCD with that.
Yeah. Well, most people should because they want to be clean down there, but that's why a
you don't
bidet
wanna
is
smell
so
like shit.
brilliant. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'll be hooked.
Yeah. And then our favorite question of the hour, Lauren. You have Bristol 7 butt pee-pee coming out of you like the woman on the boat, and you have no toilet in sight. Are you going to poop in your pants or somewhere on the ground or floor?
Where am I?
Anywhere there's no toilet in sight. You don't have a choice. You either have to run behind a tree like that woman or go in your pants.
Well, if it's a tree where I might die, no. But if it's like in the woods where I'm like safely in the thing, I'll go shit in the woods.
But if you're on the New York City subway.
Yeah, we're going to shit my pants. I'm going to be that one. Because I probably wouldn't use the bathroom if there was, me in public transportation. I wouldn't use that, so I would shit my pants. For the team, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're saying none of that has ever happened to you before?
No, I've had close calls. So I used to, commute. I think I told you the story. And then I developed really bad anxiety. This was like right after 9/11. And I got stuck in the tunnel for over 2 hours.
Oof.
When I got home, I literally told you, like he had to run out and park my car. And it was so close because like the anxiety and being in the car was like, I'm going to shit my pants. Like, this is the moment.
Yeah, it's happening.
This is the moment. I mean, I don't know if you had this where you were in a car, like he literally got out. I didn't even put the car in park and he got in and it was like that close.
Amazing. My
Jeez.
goodness.
Yeah, there's been a lot of close calls, but no.
Well, we hope you never poop your pants, but if you do, please come on the show.
Of course.
Yeah, let us know.
Oh my God.
Talking about that, can I run and pee really quick before we play
Yeah, sure.
shitty choices?
Yeah.
Sorry. So I just pooped again, but this time it was like a Bristol 6. It's either that kale salad on the JetBlue flight or I had those Hearts of Palm noodles. Have you guys seen those? It's like pasta noodles, but made out of Hearts of Palm. I had that for dinner last night and I read that has a tremendous amount of fiber in it. So my bowels are a fiber fiesta.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we are now going to get into a little game we like to call Shitty Choices. So today I have for you, would you rather cut off one of your fingers, could be any finger, or pay $10,000 of your own money for the person you hate the most to go on a spa vacation?
Oh.
Oh God.
Like your mortal enemy, like I fucking hate this person, but I'm going to give you $10,000.
$10,000 of my money?
Yes, of your own money.
This is a horrible question.
Yeah. Well, the game's called Shitty Choices.
Does it have to be the whole finger? Or it could be a tip.
Whole finger.
$10,000. That's what it's.
Yeah, this is it's not an easy one.
This is not easy.
They never are.
Am I supposed to take this long to answer?
Take as long as you need. We can come back to you if you're still thinking about it.
No, I'm thinking like, can I still pull off? I'm literally like.
I'm gonna go. I'll say that actually, Ellen, you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. I would cut off my pinky
That's what I'm
because
thinking.
I don't need it that much, and I feel like I can get away without that, and I do it in my left hand because I'm right hand dominant. So
Yep.
And I play guitar, but I don't need my pinky to play. I don't need that really. I mean, it's helpful, but I just not giving out $10,000 to someone I hate.
No,
like
no, that's the thing. $10,000, like my working money for the person I hate.
Yeah, so I'm going finger. I mean, it's gonna suck, but yeah,
I think I'm gonna go finger too.
Yeah.
I can't. It's the money there.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Ellen.
Yeah, I'd finger.
Okay, yeah.
Finger all day.
I bet you a lot of people would go finger.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'd get a fake finger.
I wouldn't even need a fake finger. I'd rock that. Like, I'd be like, let me tell you about this story.
It's like you're in the Yakuza. You're like, I was in the Yakuza.
Yeah, I think about the woman from Handmaid's Tale when they cut off her finger and she has that cute wooden one. I'll just get a wooden finger.
I'll get like a little
I would just
cool
tell
prosthetic.
a really badass story. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're 3 for finger. Nice. Okay. All right, now for a little bit of news. So stand by here and we scroll down to some music. Here we go. So this one, that's the best part at the end. So this story comes from us from the dailymail.com. A man is ordered to carry out 75 hours of unpaid work after he deliberately farted at police during a strip search and asked them, quote, "How do you like that?" So this guy, Stuart Cook, was smoking weed. Cops smelled it. They're like, "Hey, we're going to take you back in because, you shouldn't be, this is illegal here." And they basically strip searched him. And while he was being strip searched, he started just farting. And he was purposely saying, like, "I hope you can smell that. I hope you like it." This 28-year-old, I mean, it's just so fucking funny, man. Like,
I feel like I would do that.
I kind of, yeah. I mean, he's smoking weed. Like,
he became irate when they first came up to him, and then they handcuffed him. Began shouting at the officers. They found the weed. They took him in, and then like literally he was screaming. He screamed explicit. He started cursing, puffing his chest out towards the cops, like getting in their face. And they're like, "Okay, well, this is going to happen now, dude." And he literally just kept fucking like farting in front of them while he's naked, getting strip searched. So as a result, he was admonished in court for the farting. And yeah, they were saying, his lawyer was saying like he had a really rough day, and he's like, but there was no need for that, like, excessive force and, strip search and all this. So the guy basically has to do 75 hours of paid, I guess they call it unpaid work, but like, he's gonna be wearing those vests by the sides of the highway, picking up trash for 75 hours.
And he was in the UK?
It's in the UK, yes. It's in the US. So
I feel like in the US they would be like, yeah, farts, whatever.
yeah, pay a ticket.
Yeah.
Or community service. So he's doing community service for like 75 hours. But
oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was so crazy though. But yeah, they said his lawyer was like, he was smoking a joint. He's like, and they felt the cops were overreacted the way they dealt with him. But the fact that he just farted on him was like, how do you like that? It's just like brutal. So that was a silly story. And with that, Lauren, thank you so much for being on our show. You're amazing.
You guys are awesome.
You are so much fun. And again, if you ever shit your pants, let us know. You can come back on the show and talk about it. But we'd love if you told our audience where they could find you. So plug away everything you got going on. Let us know.
Definitely. Check out my Instagram, makeupartist_LV, or my website, laurenvena.com.
Nice.
And we will link everything on the show notes.
Right. So you can find the books, and your new books can be coming out at some point on Father's Day, you said?
June 15th.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Having a big party if anybody's in Jersey at a brewery. So, yeah.
Nice.
Woo-woo.
Cool. Well, thanks for laughing, learning everything but with us.
And happy pooping, everybody, and enjoy your butthole.
For more info, go to heypoopypodcast.com or email us at heypoopypodcast@gmail.com. You can send in show ideas, guest requests. Check us out on Twitter at heypoopy, Instagram at heypoopypodcast, TikTok, heypoopypodcast, and our awesome new Facebook fan page. Go check it out at heypoopypodcast. We're also on Discord at heypoopydumps, or you can contact us at our new awesome hotline, 203-998-5579.
Hey Poopy Podcast is brought to you by Perfect for Entertainment. Produced by Dave and Ellen. Edited by Dave. Executive producers Stormy Leather. Theme song by Jordan Perlson. Hey Poopy!